Hello, my friends. Adam Pecoraro from Flexoraro Fitness. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I have a good one for you today. Today is predominantly a lower body or leg workout. We're going to have some variety to it. So we're going to be doing body weight. We're going to add some dumbbells, and then we're going to add some dynamic movement with jumping jacks, simulated jump rope, and an agility exercise. So you get cardio, you get strength, and we're going to weave in abdominal exercises as well. It's going to be short, sweet, highly effective. So grab your water, grab your towel, grab some dumbbells. If you don't have dumbbells, get something heavy like cans of soup. If you don't have anything you can hold, body weight again. When we get to that section where we incorporate external weight, you can just simply do body weight again. It'll be great for you. Okay? And let's jump into action. Let's warm up. Let's do chain breakers to open the chest. Let's keep them high and parallel to the ground. Really try to get some good motion here for your shoulders. Breathe deep, deeper than you need. Let's put some step work in. Together, apart. Doesn't have to be synced with the arms. Just move any way you need. Breathe. Oxygenate the body. Shake off the day. It's the morning. Wake yourself up. Okay, plant your feet, tricep swings, bring your palms together, elbows sky high. Okay, arm circles, back one, forward one. Lift your heels every time the arms go over your head. Pull your stomach in, get a little core recruitment there. Okay, elbows up, trunk rotations, but don't forget your pivot. 5, 4, 3, 2, time. Alternating side bend reachers. Push your hip. Look at your hand for 5, 4, 3, 2, and time. Scorpion curls. Skate one way, hook your heel, skate the other, hook the heel. Try to dynamically stretch out your quadriceps, get synovial fluid, which is a lubricating fluid for your joints, moving for your knees, your ankles, your hips. We get more for the hips on the next exercise. Continue here for 3, 2, 1. Into out circles, big motion, big motion. Not really people's favorite. In my experience, this is always the one that makes the class go, what, what? But the more you do it, the better you get at it. And then here's the real favorite, out to in. I keep my elbows tight for balance. Just focus on one specific thing, that'll help your balance as well. A little single leg activity for balance is good for what ails you. Time. Legs go apart, lateral lunge. Brace on your quadriceps. Shift the other way. One way. The other way. One way, the other way. Now try this. If I'm going to my left, I use my right hand at the shin and I reach. Now when I go to the right, I use my left hand at my shin and I reach. Trying to open my chest. Oh, okay, bring it back up. Runner's lunge. So step forward, one natural walking steps length, double it. Then if you feel like you got more range of motion, you can elongate that even further. Be about shoulder width, drop yourself down, hold for a moment, press yourself out. You don't have to go as low as me, but you can go all the way down with your knee tracking in front of your toe, and you sit right on top of your heel, and then you would push out. But don't force it, just as much range of motion as you think you can reasonably do. We got mobility, we got flexibility, and we got core recruitment. Okay, let's switch up. You might find that you have better balance, greater mobility, or more flexibility on one side rather than the other. It's very normal. It's okay to be more shallow or to drop deeper, depending on your needs and your ability. Okay, we'll bring ourselves up. Let's do a morning stretch. Big breath in. Gather your power. And breathe out slow. Pull your elbows back. Open up your chest. Oh. Let's do one more of those. Big breath in. Breathe out. Pull. 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 Oh. Okay, gang. Let's jump right into action.
Sir, yes, sir.
This is what happens when your wife is right here and you're trying to do this. She has to heckle you. But I think it's done out of affection.
Hella people have graded though. I've been looking at how many teachers have graded. And I'm like 1 of 3.
I'm gonna get back to work now, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, gang, so we're gonna be 1 minute on, 30-second rest, which is the way I like to work. A minute's a long time, so you don't have to do every single second, but it's a nice way for you to get some activity, rest, and then get some more activity after a little rest. The whole point is to challenge the body. Now, some people do that with sets, some people do that with weight. I'm gonna have you do it with duration. So if you can make a minute plank, for example, I would consider that to be a very challenging duration for a plank. If you can make 30 seconds, that would be like a normal HIIT workout. And then maybe you take 10 to 15 seconds rest, come back in for another 10 seconds, just to give yourself a little push towards overload, just to get you past your comfort zone, which, as we know, when it comes to fitness, you always have to be just outside of your comfort zone in order to make progress. But some days you just need to exercise and get the blood pumping and get the muscles moving. So it's not necessary to overload every workout. It all depends on your goals. So for example, if it's a really hot day and I've had a long week and mentally I'm just not in it, but intellectually I go, I can do this workout if I set a very mild to moderate tempo and just get myself moving. It'll take me out of the stress or exhaustion of work. It'll help me forget about the weather and the things I can't control and let me do something that would be good for me, for my fitness and also for my mental state. Because when we exercise, dopamine is released in the brain. It's a mood enhancing chemical, as I'm sure that you know, which will help to make you feel better. So you have really no say in it. Once you're done exercising, you're going to feel better. So if that's the ultimate goal for today, then keep it mild to moderate. However, if you're like, no man, I want to gain, I want to get better and stronger and faster, then I need you to push, right? Push yourself to the point where you feel like I am really taxing myself. But let's not make ourselves sick, dizzy, or hurt ourselves, okay? Mind your form and control your body. All right, very first thing is a head to heel strong as steel plank with an alternating shoulder tap. You can do it from the toes or from the knees. At the bell team, let's do it. Now, as I do this, I can shift my weight left to right, but what I don't want to do is externally rotate like this. So I try to stay as squared as I can. I pull my stomach in, I vacuum my abs in. So pull the abs in like you want your stomach to go to your spine. And again, if you need a rest, just go to your knees. Let's breathe through it. Now, this can always be tough on the wrists. Wrists are always tweaky. Going to your knees will reduce the weight that your wrists have to carry, so that could help. Elevating onto a chair or a couch will also take strain off the wrists and the shoulders, so that's another option. You could always just hold, or you could go to your forearms and do a low plank. Forget the shoulder tap and just take the wrist completely out of it. Keep breathing and believing in yourself. Plank is absolutely the best thing you can do for your abs and core. Beautiful, let's stand up. Okay, so we got a good body weight squat. We want to be shoulder width, maybe a little wider. If any of your joints, like your hips or your knees or your ankles hurt, just turn them out a bit. Hinge your hips. I like to zombie here. Sometimes thumbs up is cool. That way, if your thumbs stay up, your chest is undoubtedly in the right spot. Another tip for that is just to keep your chin up. Try to push up from your heels, okay? We are halfway there. Good time for a breather break. 8 seconds. Let's get another 2 reps. 1, 2. Time. Beautiful. We're rolling. An alternating reverse lunge will be done from a parallel stance. I pick one leg to step back. I drop down. Press up from my front heel and return. Then the opposite leg does the same motion. If my knee is going to touch the ground, it only kisses the ground. Never slants. You don't need your knee to touch the ground to get benefit. So choose a depth that you feel safe balancing and moving through. Let's try. Like I've got to tie my shoe. I got to clean a mess. I've got to pick something up. If you ever need some assistance, put your hands on your quadriceps. A little bit of a press there. That'll give you some kinetic link and some aid stand. We have about 10 seconds left. Okay, time. Wonderful. Now we have a step side lateral lunge. I'm going to be shoulder width as my start position, or neutral. Just step out to about double shoulder width, and I'm going to do what we did in our warm-up. Lateral lunge. Now I can brace, but I don't have to. I can go deep as long as my butt hinges back. I push up from the front heel, then I'm going to return neutral, and I'm going to go the other way. Ready? Step, plant, hinge the butt back, push through the heel, return, opposite way. I like to make a triangle. If I keep my triangle in the same plane it started in, my chest is probably in the right spot, or I have really flexible shoulders. So our warm-up always includes movement patterns that we then utilize in our work. It doesn't cover absolutely everything, but on the stuff that's a little bit more unnatural, like when in daily life do you move like this? Is this how you tie your shoe? Pick something up? Probably not. So it's important to hit those in the warm-up. That way you get familiar with the motion and some dynamic stretching that will then help when we go into action. Curtsies. When we do the curtsy, we cross behind, hinge the hips back, sit, push up from the front heel, come back neutral, and then we'll go the other way. Difficult to do. One of the things that can help you is controlling your depth. Another thing is grabbing onto something, like the back of your couch, and standing behind your couch, holding on as you go down and up. I know the couch doesn't descend with your arms, so maybe you can go like this, just that, you get it. You need to keep your chest up, not perfectly rigid. It does have a slight angle to it, but we don't want to round our back and bow down. So keeping your chin up helps. You can zombie, like we did on the squats. You can triangle, like we did on the lateral lunges. You can suitcase, like we did on the reverse lunges. Whatever suits you. Try to keep your chin up. See how I can look at you? I'm always pushing through that front heel. Here's the bike's weight, here's the kickstand. Oh! See how I can take my rear foot off the ground at the top? That front foot's doing all the work. Make it one more. Good. Okay, so now we have a ski squat to calf raise. So the ski squat, narrow, right under your shoulders. Big hip hinge. There's an open cabinet door. Shut it with your butt. I sit, and then at the top where I turn, that's you do a calf raise. Family. Can't live with them, can't shoot them.
What?
Although I have tried.
You actually have.
Many a night I've held a knife to her throat and I've just been, do it.
And an elephant stuff.
Don't do it, Alan. You love her, convince yourself. But we love you. You know I'm kidding, right?
Maybe. And then. Remember when you tried to pull you in Chicago by riding you off a cliff with a mountain bike?
Yeah, that was off-road, Becca. We went off of a bike kind of unintentionally. We just kept going over like a terrain that no one should even walk over. So I might be a little salty still from that. Really try to control your calf raise, pull your stomach in. Your butt will be squeezed just by lifting your heels. Fine. Outstanding. Good time to get some water. We have now the fast twitch movement for our legs, the explosive movement. This will also raise your heart rate. So this is a cardiovascular component. We're going to do jumping jacks. You can't jump, and there's a variety of reasons. Impact, joints, it just doesn't feel good, you feel sick. So you would step, return, then step the other way. Otherwise, just bring your hands up, they don't have to clap. Together, upward. Remember when you would do jumping jacks as a kid and you were like, these are boring, no big deal. You do it again as an adult and you go, holy cow, these are actually really good for me. You work your arms, obviously your legs become more explosive, raise your heart rate up. Good for your lungs, good for your heart, good to oxygenate the body, get the circulatory system, get that blood pump. Breathe. Used to be a mainstay in the martial art classes I would teach, and I always see kids go over and I say jumping jacks again. But many of you kids who I taught are doing this workout. And you see how beneficial they were, and that's why I would have to do them all the time. Don't need a lot of room, don't need weight, just need you and some will. Okay, Heisman, a little bit of agility. I step, 1, 2, 3. Then I lift my knee and bring my hands towards my knee. 1, 2, 3. Lift my knee, hands towards the knee. 1, 2, 3, lift my knee. 1, 2, 3, lift my knee. Add a little speed, we have the high speed. 1, 2, 3, knee. 1, 2, 3, knee. A little abdominal crunch in the standing position here. Vacuum the tummy in. Different style points. Now, while all physical movement helps to stimulate the lymphatic system, which is how your body rids itself of toxins and things that you don't need, it's like a sanitation system for your body. Jumping really stimulates it. So jump rope is next. What's the thing that always throws people on the jump rope? It's the timing of the rope. And there's tremendous benefit to getting that skill down, but for today we just simulate. So tight elbows, forward circles, up and down bound. If you're not up for jumping, a little bit of stepping. Step together and apart while your arms get some activity just like this. Otherwise, we're jumping. Really don't need my heels. I'm not going real high. I'm just bounding. Pull my stomach in. What I also think about to get my arms coordinated so there is some kind of correlation to actually using the rope is I try to time, thinking I'm jumping the rope. My hands go under, and my feet jump over. Jumping the rope. halfway. Take advantage of that step together in the park when you need to catch your wind. Otherwise, persevere, because we're going to get a break here in just a moment. Keep breathing. Best rests are the ones that are earned. Come on. 5. Come on. Up. Good. If you choose to get some water, just sip ounces. That'll stop it from sloshing in your tummy, having you need an emergency pee break, or just feeling not so good. A little bit of ounces to replenish. So now we get our ab section, a little bit of recovery. We're going to do bird dog, which is for 2 rounds. So friends, join me on the ground. Straight line, shoulder to palm, hip to knee, shoulder width, hip width, right hand up, left leg out. Push the left heel, lift the right hand. Hold, then bring your elbow towards your knee. Hold, push that heel, lift that hand, elbow towards knee. Great for spinal stability. You're unbalancing, so when you don't wibble wobble and fall, that's your core muscles. Core is anything that's not appendage. So yes, your back is working, your butt is working, your pelvis is working, your abs are working. This is the most important part. This is dynamic motion. Hold. Eyes look about 45 degrees down in front. Not hyperextending my neck, looking down in front. Get ready to switch. Okay, hands down. Again, straight line, shoulder to palm, hip to knee, your shoulder width, your hip width. Left hand up, right heel back. Let's go ahead and start. Flex that heel. We have about 30 seconds left. Breathe and believe. I can, I will. I don't quit, I just do it. And rest. Beautiful. You get to go to our back. So this is a form of leg lift. Leg lifts create a lot of strain on people's lower backs until you get strong enough to be able to do them. If you've had an injury, you may never be strong enough. The injury may prevent you. Because injuries are like ripping your pants and sewing. They're repaired, but you're never like you were. So what we want to do is not make the spine, the lower back, the vertex point of all the weight of our legs as they cantilever around. So lift your shoulders, lift your limbs, do one leg, opposite arm. Now, the arm is helping you to counterbalance, and you're only using the weight of one leg. So this leg is also helping your back to stay recruited and safe. Less strain, great lower abdomen. Try to lift your shoulders. About 30 seconds. Tuck your chin. Your neck needs to get strong too. If it becomes unmanageable, you could try this. 1, 2. But you're going to notice right away that it's a little bit different as far as challenge. What I might advise is just to rest. Give yourself 3 to 5 seconds. Then come back into action. That is time, gang. All right. So now we're going to go back to working our legs. And we can add some weight. So if you have dumbbells or something like, I always say Kansas soup because it's something people might have. And even though it's not really heavy, it gives you a way to get some muscle recruitment. It does change the dynamic of the activity a bit. So while it's not as challenging as having the weight of dumbbells, it does provide some kind of a challenge that can progress you into using dumbbells familiarize you with some of the form and terms. And then when you have a set of dumbbells, or at least a pair or two, you'll be more familiar with how to work with them, okay? But body weight is cool. The easiest way to accompany weights with your leg exercises is in the suitcase position. So that you don't hurt your trapezius, you don't want your arms to disengage like this. So you lift and control. Don't shrug. You recruit your upper back, like where your shoulder blades are, your scapula or trapezius area. Use that with your shoulders so that you can have recruit. Now what we're going to do is option a top-loaded position. I'm putting them on my trapezius and shoulders and holding them. The only risk is conk, conk, conk. You don't want to hit your head on the weights. If you don't feel safe, don't do it. Elbows stay tight. We're going to squat and stand. Now if you lean forward, you're going to feel the dumbbells roll. So it's also a great way to make sure we got good form to validate that. Again, suitcase is a good option. A little wider than shoulder width. We squat, and we push through the knees. We just settle in. Wonderful. Number next is the reverse lunge. So this is done in the suitcase position. There's other choices, but I want to give you a different position for each exercise. So again, recruit your trapezius, pull back on your scapula, use your shoulders, your deltoids, and then try not to let them bang into you. You're carrying something very fragile. And then when we go down, a little lean forward by your leg, just a little, as opposed to being like this. Remember, we're alternating. Let's give it a go. Okay, wonderful. So from the reverse lunge, we have the lateral lunge. Two choices. We shift and we shadow our leg. One's between, one's on the outside. Shift, push, shift, shift. Other choice is one dumbbell. Always held opposite the leg you're bending. When I come back, I transfer to the other. You're gonna like that one better. The other one's just harder, because now you've doubled the weight and you have more to control. Either one's good for you. Let's start. Stomach tight. My legs are starting to feel it now. That's what we want though. Just need one dumbbell. Goblet squat. You can do 1 to 2 options. Horizontal with elbows tight. Vertical, goblet, gets its name from this one. While they're beneficial, this one people feel more secure. If you're going really heavy, do this one. Curtsy has to be goblet. We always hold it, chest and sternum. We watch our chin. We try to keep it vertical. You bow, it swings. Let's cross and start. Take your elbows towards my leg. Always that front heel pushes up. Again, you can do all of this with just body. Little less than 30 seconds. Yeah. Okay. Gang, you're doing great. Unilateral is the next turn. We're gonna do the ski squat to calf raise. We're gonna do 30 seconds with a dumbbell held in just one arm. Nothing over here. You don't want it to take. You want to try to stay squared and level. We do a ski squat with a really good hip hinge. We do a calf raise. After 30 seconds, we simply transition the dumbbell to the other hand and continue straight ahead, no rest. Down, calf raise. Down, calf raise. Again, continue. Shoulders are level. Abs are tight. No side bend. Weights are done. Good job. Okay, back to our cardio for the finale. So this is where you want to finish feeling tired but victorious. Happy but never satisfied. This is the last 3 minutes of the workout. Okay, try to get to that place. Tired but victorious, happy but never satisfied. Starting with jumping jacks. Try to do 50, do 60. Ready? Let's work. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 40. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 50. 15 seconds. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 60. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 69, 70. Nice one. 1, 2, 3, lift mighty. 1, 2, 3, lift mighty. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Live, fresh. 8 seconds. Little abdominal squeeze when the knee comes up and the hands come in. Ready? 1, 2, 3, lift mighty. Yeah. 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 Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. 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 Jump rope for now. This is good. Good leg work. Bit of cardio. Nothing too crazy. Hopefully solid. Very beneficial. Without you hating having to exercise. Some of us are just wired for punishment. Others are like, give me something that I can sustain. Ready? Get your rope ready. And tight elbows, forearms pump it, shoulders stabilize it, wrists and fists articulated. Remember, the adjustment was just together, apart. Relax, we jump it. Oh yeah, we jump. This is it, sudden victory. We don't have sudden death, we have sudden victory. Another chance for you to become the next best version of yourself, or at least to remind yourself of what you're capable of. And then another day of exercise and movement is another chance for longevity, health, wellness. Take your health into your own hands. 5. Come on. Come on. Done. Well, my friends, as always, I hope you enjoyed the workout. Do me a favor and click the thumbs up button. Leave a comment, I'll respond. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. That way you're notified each and every time we upload a brand new video. Again, I'm Adam Pecoraro. This is Flexoraro Fitness, and we're so happy to be working out with you. Have a great rest of your day.